Hare Krishna. We are extremely fortunate to have
Hare
Radheshyam Prabhu among us. He is IIT Mumbai topper, and he preaches all over the world, especially the youth, different IITs, NITs in India, and also Harvard University, Massachusetts University here. And especially he specialized to inspire the youth. So we are extremely fortunate without taking much time. And thank you, Prabhu, for coming and giving your time.
Thank you. Okay, who plays Mridanga here? Any devotee plays here? He plays. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody together. Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Rama Rama, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari. Yashodanandana Brajadana Randana Yamuna Tiravanachari. Yashodanandana Radhamada Kundarinari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varadhari. Jai Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Shri Lakshmi Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki, Kali Yuga Pavan Harinama Sankirtan ki, Nitai Gaur Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshvabhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Srimad Bhagavatam Puranamamalam Yad Vaishnavanam Priyam Yasmin Paramahamsyam Ekamamalam Jnanam Param Giyate Tatra Jnana Viraga Bhakti Sahitam Naishkarmyam Avishkritam Tatshinman Supathan Vicharana Paro Bhaktya Vimuchye. So, today evening there is a very big festival going to happen here in the temple. This is Radheshyam Prabhu. It's Bhadra Purnima Bhagavatam distribution day. I think it starts at 6:30, I think, right? So, I have till about another 45 minutes or so. I'm going to share with you a very beautiful PowerPoint here of the relevance of Bhagavatam in our modern day life. So, one of the most important relevance of Srimad Bhagavatam in our life is taught in the second verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is a very important verse. It says, Dharma projita kaitavatra paramo nirmatsaranam satam vedyam vastavamatra vastu shivadam tapatrayon moolanam Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni krite kimba pare rishwaraha sadyo hridi avarudrate trakritibihi sushubhis chakshana. This verse says, in that purport, Prabhupada writes something very important. In this world, there is a fight between man and man, family and family, one state and another state, one country and another country, wars and everything. And Prabhupada says that it is due to competition and due to envy, due to godlessness. So, Srimad Bhagavatam very strongly establishes Krishna in the center and everything revolving around Krishna. The proper presentation of truth, no other Purana can explain it like that. So, there it says that there are many dharmas. You can talk about Parivar Dharma for the family, or Desh Dharma for the country, Jati Dharma for your own caste, Kula Dharma. So different dharmas. But the highest dharma, anybody knows? What do you call it in Sanskrit? Anybody knows what is the highest dharma? You know, Krishna said, Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Aham Tvam Mokshayishyami. So you know that verse. That is a Sarvadharman Parityajya. Should you give up all religions or you should follow some religion? If you have to follow some, what is the name of that religion? Anybody knows? At least two names are coming to my mind. You can quote any one of the two names you can say. Okay, I'll give you a clue, yes? Chanting is the ultimate, that is true, yeah. I am looking for a Sanskrit name. I am looking for. He is calling it as Bhakti Yoga, he is calling, okay? Okay, I'll give you a clue now. I'm going to release the secret now. It is there in the Prahlad Maharaja's first verse. Kaumaram acharet prajño. In that verse you will find out these two words. What is the ultimate dharma? Anybody knows? Children not saying. This is for them. Yeah. Yeah. Who knows that verse? Kaumaram acharet prajño. Anybody knows? Okay. Now what is the first line? Yeah. Kaumaram, you can repeat after me. Kaumaram acharet prajño dharman bhagavataniha durlabam manusham janma tadapyadruvamartadam In that second line says this, what dharma it is? Bhagavata dharma. Dharma and Bhagavatani. Or it's also called as Paro dharma. See, Prabhupada, when he came to America, he said, we are not a bread-seeking religion, we are a bread-giving religion, he said. Because in our convent days, we used to sing this prayer. O Lord, hallowed be thy name, give us our daily bread. Like that we used to sing. You know that? So, Prabhupada said, oh, you are asking bread from God. God is giving bread even to atheistic fellows also. Because ultimately, everybody is God's child. We are not a bread-seeking religion. We are a bread-giving religion. Yashoda is giving butter to Krishna or taking butter from Krishna? Taking or giving? Giving, yeah. Therefore, Prabhupada said, love of God means you give Krishna. You don't take from Krishna. You don't ask anything. Sudama came to the Dwaraka. Did he give or did he take? Yeah? He gave. What did he give? He gave chibit rice, right? So, Falwali, the fruit vendor lady. Krini hibo palani iti shutva satparamachitam. That Falwali, did she give Krishna something or did she take? Yes? What did she do? Yeah? What did she give? Fruits. Of course, later on they got something in return. That's a different thing. But they didn't intend to take. Their intention was to give. So this is called Bhagavad Dharma. Bhagavad Dharma means you come in a mood of giving Krishna and you only have one transaction with Krishna, which is to exchange love. So that is Bhagavad Dharma. So Bhagavatam is all about that. But today what I am going to share with you in this is something on a day-to-day life also. Bhagavatam will be relevant. You will see that. What is the first one? Who can read the heading? Yeah? Read it? Okay. So the Bhagavatam, it is said, the Supreme Lord Krishna, he creates a situation where his devotees cannot become complacent or careless or inattentive or lazy or lethargic. So he will create situations by which the devotees are shaken up, woken up, and they come to, you'll see, here the fellow is in comfort zones. There are 3 zones explained here: comfort zone, stretch zone, panic zone. In devotee life also, we all have experience of this. Comfort zone means we don't do much seva, we just do minimum sadhana, and we are lethargic. Like, see this fellow sleeping in day also, night also, both times. Yeah. And the panic zone is dangerous zone because you go mad, you shout at everybody, yell at everybody, and you are in crisis always. But the stretch zone is somewhat needed, which is giving you some feeling of challenge. So if you don't have anything challenging in life, life would be boring. Like rubber band you have seen. See, if you have a box, you want to put a rubber band. Rubber band should be tight or rubber band should be loose? Tight. And if rubber band is not big enough, if you try to put it over the box, then what will happen to rubber band? It will snap, it will break. So if you stretch it too much, it will break. But if it is very loose, it will fall away. So it should be a stretch zone. That's called a stretch zone. Life also we need stretch. Here's the example of Bharat Maharaj. You see the picture here. He became little complacent or careless, due to which the next life he became a deer. See, here it is said that anybody who's an official worshipper going to temple occasionally, that is called as complacency. Some people are pious, they go to temple once in a while, they worship, but they are not taking Krishna consciousness seriously. We were in Chowpatty in 1991. One day, early morning, 3 o'clock, when we were all sleeping, suddenly we saw that we were sleeping on a wooden cot. The wooden cot went like this. We fell to the ground. Everybody was falling. Dop, dop, dop. Everybody was falling down. And we opened our eyes and saw. Then the earth was like, there was a tremor in the earth. Boom, 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 like that. Everybody got shocked. So all the brahmacharis were running hither and thither in the ashram. Anybody who was standing was falling. Anybody who got up again, he fell. Because the earth was shaking. It was an earthquake. It was a small earthquake. So then we were asking each other, what is this? What is this? Then one fellow said, it is earthquake, he said. So we asked, what is earthquake? Earthquake means, he said, earth will open, you will go inside, then it will close. That is called earthquake. My Lord, it was such a shock. Everybody screamed loudly. What do you think they screamed? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So loudly they screamed and they didn't stop chanting at all. Almost 7 minutes or so. Later on, the earthquake subsided. Nothing happened. Then we took a bath and went to the morning program. The Bhagavatam class, my spiritual master said, today morning, the earthquake which came, I felt it should have continued forever, he said. And everybody said, Maharaj, why you want earthquake forever? He said, I have never seen you fellows desperately chanting the holy name like this. He said, you guys are sitting and sleeping in the chanting. Or your mind is wandering. Why your mind didn't wander in the morning today? Everybody said, we thought next moment death is going to come. Correct, no? So that is the meaning of seriousness in spiritual life. Okay, how many of you feel here that unless there is crisis in our life, we tend to become not so serious? You agree? Correct, no? Yeah. So therefore, that's called complacency. Opposite of complacency is what? Enthusiastic. See some statements he's making. Comfort zone is coffin. You know what is coffin, no? Yeah. So Krishna does not like a casual devotee. He wants us to rise above the tamaguna and rajoguna. In tamaguna, we are sleepy devotees, lazy devotees. And rajoguna, we are angry, greedy, and we spend so much time chasing after the things of the world, we forget Krishna. So, many examples are given. Can somebody read only those examples below, please? How a casual devotee became casualty. Now, somebody can read it? Example 1, example 2, quickly. Take the mic, yeah. Yes.
Just speak into this.
Any of you can read, yeah.
Read.
Yeah. Or whoever can see, you can read. You can read also. Okay, probably you can take it. Take note. Yeah. You hold the. Perhaps you can take it. You read it, Roji. We want to save time. You go ahead, quick.
Example, pious official worshipper.
No, not that. Below
example, Bharat became deer.
Next.
Example, Indradumna Maharaj became elephant.
Yeah, next.
Nalak Manigriva trees.
Who is Nalak? Nalak, Kuvera and Manigriva. They became trees in the next life because they were lazy and they were in Mandakini Ganga. You know what they were doing. Yeah.
Prabhuji, does TP mean temple president?
Yeah, correct.
Becoming temple president on day of joining temple.
Yeah. Actually, why it is written, sometimes a person gets things very easily without hard work. Father, it is written. Without any hard work, some people get ready-made things. They take it for granted. Yeah, next. Yeah.
We have to struggle every day to grow like a caterpillar.
Yeah. A caterpillar tries to come out of the cocoon. You have seen that? Like this, it comes out like this. So one scientist was thinking, why should this caterpillar struggle? He took a blade and cut it, the cocoon. But then he saw the caterpillar's body was semi-developed and wings were not properly developed and it was oozing like a liquid thing. It was coming out with semi-wings. And the scientist was wondering, why is it so? Because God has made the creation of caterpillar in such a way that when it is squeezing and coming out, that is the time the wings develop, colorful wings. In our life also, when you work hard and sacrifice, then the bliss you get at the end is very great. So, the happiness that Krishna gives. So, one shouldn't expect life to be a bed of roses, always. So, yeah, please read the next line. Where's the mic?
if we push ourselves in Krishna consciousness, then Maya cannot push us.
Yeah, correct, no? So Maya pushes those who don't push themselves in Krishna consciousness. They take Krishna consciousness lightly. So below I have shown many pictures. First, Bharat Maharaj is fetching a baby deer. The next picture, anybody can decode that picture and tell me why I have put that? See, Bharat Maharaj and the deer, something else I have put in the top of that. Anybody can explain? Yeah. Anybody? Yeah. Who is going to explain? Yeah. Who is going to explain that? Take the mic. Keep the mic like this. You like this, you keep it. You give the mic, I'll switch it on. Give it. It's not coming, it's on only. Problem.
He can take care of the deer, but he's not getting time for Krishna consciousness.
How did you know that in the picture? What is he doing?
He's looking at both of his phones and
he is offering fire, ghee in the fire, but he's not looking at the fire, he's looking at the deer. On the top, what I have shown. Above that picture, what I have shown.
The top one, like he can't decide what to do. He is too busy.
Yeah, what is the connection between the two?
That Bharat Maharaj is he can decide if he wants to do the deer or his Krishna consciousness.
Is that the connection? Okay. Okay, thank you. Anybody want to add to this? Any of you? See, Bharat Maharaj is doing a spiritual activity, but yeah, go ahead.
I think because that person is holding 2 phones. He
has 3 phones. One in the ear also. 2 in 2 hands and third one here like this.
He's trying to decide on which one to focus. The first one, the second one, or third one. In the same way, Bharat Maharaj is trying to decide which one to focus. His fire sacrifice or the deer.
Okay. That means he got distracted. So he is doing fire sacrifice. We all do chanting Hare Krishna. So when you are chanting Hare Krishna, the smartphone can be a distraction or not. What do you say? Is it not true? That's why it is shown there. Thank you. See the next one. Bharat Maharaj becomes a deer in the next life. Okay. Okay. See, stretch zone is a learning zone. In all these fields, spirituality, nutrition, exercise, stress mastery, relationship, finances, work, play, healthcare, all these things you can keep yourself in stretch zone. Every one of these things. If you are in comfort zone, we get, 80% people are in comfort zone, he's saying here. So, yeah, okay, I can say this. So, 80% of the people. So, as devotees, Bhadra Purnima today, the celebration is going to happen. Many of you, I heard in one of the gatherings who spoke about the Bhagavatam, 325 sets went, I heard, is it? In one meeting only, correct, no? Many came forward to sponsor. So, this is another thing, moving from comfort to stretch zone in each of this. How? Spiritual practices, don't delay them. Plan in advance and execute them without fail. Like for example, in the morning you are chanting, 4 rounds remain. Don't keep it till night 11 o'clock. Finish it off in the morning itself. Yeah. Similarly, zeal. Do seva with love. Don't keep doing what you are not enthusiastic about. That means seva should be done. It's called loving devotional service, not grudging devotional service, isn't it? Yeah. Like that, yeah. So all these different things. Okay, now let's go to the second one. So, in the Bhagavatam, those examples I showed you, they are present about the comfort zone thing which I showed you here. These examples, Bharat becoming deer, Indradumna becoming elephant. I just assumed that you all know it. So, how do you say Indradumna was complacent? Now my question to you, okay? Who would like to answer? You would like to answer. Give the mic to him. How do you say Indradumna was complacent? Or he was in comfort zone? how do we say that Indradumna was in the comfort zone or complacent? You have to press that. Mute. Unmute. Yeah. Yeah. Like this.
So, like when his Guru Maharaj came, he was in meditation and he didn't understand and he didn't receive his Guru Maharaj properly. So, his Guru cursed him to be an elephant.
Exactly. Haribol. You found out, understood. You understood the point very well. Very good. So, Bharat, we understood. Indradumna, we understood. Anybody knows Nalakur Manigriv? How do you say that they were in comfort zone? You answered already. I want someone else to answer. You both have answered.
So, wait, what were the names? Those people who became trees, right? So they were in the comfort zone because they were not able to pay their respects to Narada, right? So it's quite clear that they were in the comfort zone because they clearly weren't used.
They were also drinking liquor. They were having liquor bottle. They were drinking also.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
And they were also actually breaking the 4 regulative principles by coming to a holy place like Mandakini Ganga. And Mandakini Ganga is a holy place. Going to holy place and committing sinful activities. Like they also called the Devis. There were 2 Devis and 2 Devatas. These 2 fellows. And they were actually playing in the waters practically with no clothes. And it was like breaking the regulative principles of illicit sex. They were doing illicit sex. They were also drinking liquor. Both are breaking regulative principles. That too in a holy place. Correct, no? So, that's how. And in this way, they became very careless and inattentive in leading a proper life of an ideal human being or a devotee of God. So, and then what you said is also true. They looked, Narada was coming, they just ignored Narada because they were drunken completely. And those Devis, they got up and ran away from there out of fear that they may get cursed. But these 2 fellows, they didn't respect Narada also. Yeah, that is another offense also, yeah. So, okay, now you all can think and tell me, in our life, how complacency can sink into our life and what causes complacency? Kunti Manani says 4 things makes us complacent. Anybody knows? Complacent and proud, she says. She will say, give the mic to her. Yeah.
Very good education, coming from a wealthy family.
Yes.
And beauty, I believe, was one of them.
What's the third one?
Beauty.
Like a actually, Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta, and Shri. Correct. These are the 4. Like high birth or aristocratic birth. And Aishwarya means wealth. And Shri means beauty. Shruta means great or learning. Like that, yeah. So these things make people proud and also they make them intoxicated and become very careless and casual in spiritual life. Yeah, that's true, yeah. Ramakrishna Sudha was very learned, but he became complacent and respecting. He didn't properly respect. Thank you. Yeah, that's the point. So, Nalakur Manigriv had handsome bodies, so they became very proud and careless. That means it seems that whenever we become proud, we become inattentive also. It's called as like blindness. Pride makes us blind. So that is one reason. And also Tamaguna makes us very dull also, lethargic. Yeah. So in this way, Bhagavatam actually gives us a warning that don't become careless in spiritual life, don't become complacent. There's one more thing that causes complacency. Repeatedly doing the same thing, we take it for granted. Every day, Guru Brihaspati would come to the assembly court and Indra would get up, go down, and then he'd offer obeisances. Similarly, in our ISKCON temples, what is the thing we do every day? Who can say? When we come to the temple, every day, what is the regular thing we do? From there, you go straight like this here, what do you do? Offer obeisances to Prabhupada. Then you come here, offer obeisances to Radha Madan Mohan. Correct, no? This can become a stereotyped behavior if we are not conscious. So once my special master was joking. He spoke one short lecture, 20 minutes lecture, which was powerful lecture. The talk was all about don't, behave like a machine. Put your heart. That was the lecture about. Put your heart. So then he was joking. He was telling, when you come to the temple, you go to Prabhupada, dhadal like that, you fall on the ground. And then get up, and then you go here, dhadal, you fall. So one day they had taken Prabhupada to Pandal for a program. So one fellow came temple, he just fell down. So then when Prabhuji asked him, hey, whom are you offering obeisance to? He said, Prabhupada. Did you see Prabhupada? No, I didn't see. Prabhupada already gone to Pandal that day. So we should not behave like a machine. We have to be conscious. So if you behave like a machine, we become complacent. Correct, no? Yeah. So that is the point. If you become complacent and careless, so Indra became careless. He was thinking every day Guruji comes to the temple hall, comes to the palace hall. And today, they were holding an umbrella above his head, and Devatas were showering flowers, and his wife Sachi was sitting next to him. And everybody was saying, Indra ki jai, they were all glorifying him, and he sort of became intoxicated in that pride. When Guru came, he just, one moment he neglected. So Guru saw that, everybody is offering obeisances. This fellow is not offering obeisances. He has become intoxicated. So Guru vanished from there. Indra lost all his wealth, lost all his opulences, because of being complacent in offering respect. See, there is offense of commission, offense of omission. Now I am going to ask you, Indra committed offense of commission or omission? Omission. Similarly, Indradumna Raja towards Agastya Rishi, was it commission or omission? Omission. Now, Daksha Prajapati towards Lord Shiva, that was omission or commission? That's commission. He committed offense. And these fellows forgot to offer respects. So there's offense of omission, offense of commission. Both we should avoid. Actually, both these things, offense of commission happens due to pride. Offense of omission happens due to carelessness. So both we have to avoid. Pride as well as carelessness. Ultimately, both pride and carelessness lead to complacency or dullness. So now, offense of commission happens due to Rajoguna. Offense of omission happens due to Tamaguna. So ultimately, Tamaguna, Rajoguna only is the problem. Yes. Give the mic to him.
Is it possible? I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Is it possible to do an offense in the mood of service, like
for example,
like Kamsa? He drank. He attacked devotees, but after for now, now devotees can look back at him and laugh at the pastimes of Lord Krishna, because without Kamsa or any other bad demons or without them, we don't have any fun action.
I understand your question. See, for that matter, these two sides are always there, the Daivi Pravriti and Asari Prakriti. So Krishna explains in 16th chapter, divine and demoniac, from the dawn of creation. But when the demoniac powers go beyond a certain limit, then Lord says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samstapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. He says, no? So what he says, when the demoniac nature goes too high, Lord comes to curb it. He comes. So now you may say that if there is no demoniac nature, how we can enjoy the pastime? In spiritual world, there are pastimes also. You will see that. Like for example, Yashoda and Krishna stealing butter. Is it not a wonderful pastime? Isn't it? Yeah. Similarly, you can see Krishna and cowherd boys playing in the forest of Raj. They are making a swing and swinging. They are gliding down the trees. They are jumping with the frogs. They are catching the shadow of the birds flying. When the frog jumps into Yamuna, they are also jumping into Yamuna. They are seeing empty wells and criticizing the sounds which are coming. So, and they're all eating lunch, vanabhoj together. That is also very enjoyable, is it not true? Those pastimes. So, at the same time, as you said, Krishna sees that, oh, there are some demons who are envious of Krishna. They want to attack Krishna. Krishna uses it as a means to make the pastimes more colorful, especially in the material world. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that in the spiritual world also Krishna is like a gold ring studded with diamond. But in the spiritual world everything is very smooth. But the same gold ring, if you keep it in a box, I don't know whether you all have seen, when you open a box there is a blue velvet. You have seen that, or green velvet. In that background, when you keep the gold ring, it shines out even more. Similarly, Chakravarti Thakur says that when Krishna performs demons in Vrindavan Leela, killing them in this world, and then meets his devotees, that is like a gold ring kept in that box. Because the background is black and it shines out even more. Whereas in spiritual world, it's like a gold kept with other gold. Like that he says. So in that sense, it's good, the demons coming. But demons are not doing it as a service. Do you think Kamsa was doing all these things to enhance the ecstasy of devotees? His intention was to kill Krishna. Therefore, it is not devotional service. You know, Chandra and Mushtik, they were punching Krishna's body. Do you know that? First Chandra and Mushtik, then later on Shala Toshala. Those fellows. Krishna was smiling and laughing. Was he happy or not? Okay, how many of you say Krishna was happy when Chandra and Mushtik punched Krishna's body? Yes? We have almost, okay. Some of them are a little doubtful, I think. Okay, how many of you are confident that Krishna was not happy by their punching? Because they were demoniac, he wasn't happy. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, okay. Actually, if you read Bhagavatam, it will say that Krishna was happy by that punch. But their punching is not devotional service. Can anybody say why? Yes? Oh, you have answered. No. I want to give others also. Okay, she is going to answer, yes.
So that was demoniac because they wanted to kill Krishna.
That was their intention. Therefore, it is not devotional service. Give her an applause. Haribol. So, what's your name? So, Nayana Manjani is ready for Bhakti Shastri course now. She has answered Bhakti Shastri question. Even in Bhakti Shastri, many students cannot answer this. When you ask, some students argue, oh, how can you say Krishna was pleased? There are demons attacking. How can Krishna be pleased? Actually, Krishna was pleased. So, pleasing Krishna alone is not the criteria. There should be intention to please Krishna. That's very important. In the path of bhakti. So, I will tell you a simple example. You will quickly catch it. One devotee was returning, to his native temple. In the train, suddenly he realized that he forgot the Son Papdi box kept in the room in the Vrindavan. He called his friend, hey friend, have you left? He said, no, I am leaving tomorrow. He said, oh, that's very good. Go to that room. I have kept my Son box in the window. Pick it up. You come back and give it to me. He said, but Prabhu, I am not coming to south. I am going to north. I am going to Delhi. He said, oh, really? Can you give it to somebody else who can bring it to me? He said, Prabhu, everybody has left yesterday only. I am the only one left today. He said, oh, really? Otherwise, the Son will get spoiled. What would he say? Okay, now you take it, he said. Because it cannot be reached to me. So you take it. So was his intention to give him Son Papdi? No. He said there is no other alternative, so he allowed him. Isn't it? On the other hand, imagine he goes to Giriraj shop and then he buys two Son Papdi packets and he comes to you and says, Prabhu, I purchased Son Papdi, I remembered you. I also wanted to give you one, please take one. And that is affection. Do you agree? Because the intention is to give. Similarly, in bhakti also, the intent is more important than content, it is said. So, yeah, good. So, these examples teach us complacency in spiritual life. We should give it a Bhagavatam very strongly advocates. You have complacency because when things are easily available, we become complacent. We take it for granted. Like, how many of you children, your mother is a devotee? Mother is a devotee, right? How many of your children, your father is a devotee? Yeah, correct, no? So you got a good luck at home. Mother is devotee, father is devotee. You have got an altar at home. So don't take it for granted. That's the lesson. When we are, actually we don't know, there are many Prabhujis whose wives are not devotees. There are many Matajis whose husbands are not devotees. One Mataji was telling her, she's 16 rounds, she's initiated, but the husband wants to eat meat. So she cannot cook. She doesn't want to cook. Husband says, okay, if you don't cook, I'll bring from the market and I'll eat at home. Can you imagine how much she will feel bad? So in this world, we should not take devotees for granted also. Then we become complacent in spiritual life. You see, many great souls begged the Lord that you give me devotee association. One is by Dhruva Maharaj. Anybody knows that verse? Bhaktim muhu prabhahatam tvayime prasango bhuyadanantamahatam amalashayana yenancha solbanamuru vyasanam bhavabdhim neshye bhavat gunakatam mritapanamattah. See what he says to Vishnu. Now that you have given me darshan, you are going to go back to Vaikuntha now. Then how can I remember you? There's only one way I can remember you. How? When you give me the association of your devotees. So he's saying, Bhuyat, Ananta Mahata. Give me the loving servitors as my association in my life. Their association is everything for me. Okay, let us ask these children. If Vishnu appears in front of you, what you will ask? Quickly, you should tell. Don't think too much. If you think too much, you will give a very good answer. Quickly. She won't be able to say anything. And then?
I'll be busy. I won't say anything because I'll be busy looking at marveling at Krishna's beautiful features.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else? What you will ask? Okay, let us hear from him. Quickly, don't think and tell. If you think too much, you are going to give a beautiful answer. Quickly.
Dhruva Maharaj, when he saw Lord Vishnu, he couldn't really think anything because he just sees the Lord in front of him. He's just like, he's a very small kid. So what Lord Vishnu did, he put a conch shell on you and like he given the data on what to do.
Correct. Thank you. And then anybody else? Yeah. Sriyang, what do you will ask? Yeah. No, don't switch it off. Keep it on as it is.
If Vishnu comes, I can't even say anything. Like I can't even move my body because I'll be frozen, thinking that I have such good luck that I can see Vishnu.
Okay. So now Vishnu says, because you didn't ask anything, bye bye Tata, now I am going back. Then what you will do then? Then what you will do? Will you not miss him?
No.
You won't miss?
I will miss him. So I'll say that before I remember to get frozen, I'll just say, Vishnu, please help me get closer to Krishna, and then since he knows how beautiful Krishna is, he's gonna let me.
Okay. Let us assume that Krishna appears in front of you instead of Vishnu. So, Madan Mohan only appears. What you will ask?
Krishna, could you please let me become the pure devotee of Radharani?
Very good. Haribol. Okay. Let us ask others what they will ask. Anybody? She now got another idea, right? What to ask now? Krishna appears, yeah. Yes?
Stay with me for 4 months.
That's all? After 4 months you can go back?
No, stay with me for my entire life.
Okay, thank you. Yes? He got another answer. Yeah? He has an answer. Please give it to him quickly.
So this is if Krishna is coming and personally seeing you. So in that case, I would ask him to show me his house.
Show me your abode. Show me your Goloka, right? And then take me with you. Okay. After going there, what you will want there? After going there?
No going back. A one-way trip to his house.
What is that? A one-way trip to his house. So you don't come back to this world. Okay. Yeah. One last point.
I'll ask the position of Bali Maharaj so that I can see him as the gatekeeper of my kingdom.
Okay. So you will ask one kingdom first. And then
so then
you'll
he
tell,
can be the gatekeeper of my kingdom.
be a gatekeeper of my kingdom. Okay, okay. Yeah? Okay. Please go ahead.
Prabhuji, if Krishna appeared before me, I'd ask number one to get a Kalpavruksha, because Prabhu, with the Kalpavruksha you can get like all sorts of things. So it's like you can ask for going a ticket back to Godhead. You can ask for
Anything.
You can ask for getting the service mood and everything.
Very good. Haribol. So in the scriptures, two things are asked by devotees. You will see that all through Bhagavatam and other places. One thing devotees ask is, please accept me as your eternal servant and engage me in your eternal loving devotional service. Seva is one thing we should ask. Please Krishna, why? Because if you are going to serve Krishna, you will always see him. You will never miss him. Another thing devotees have asked is association of other devotees. One more verse I'll tell you. Punascha bhuyat bhagavatyanante ratim prasangascha tadashrayeshu mahatsu yam upayami srishtim sarvatra maitriyastu namo dvijebhyah. This is by Parishit Maharaj. You know what he's saying? Punascha bhuyat. In case I have to be born again in this world, my dear Lord, bhagavatyanante. Then he says that three things you gave me. Love for Krishna, association of devotees, and friendly behavior with all living entities. These three things Parishit asked. I want love of God and association of devotees and friendly dealing with all living beings. I don't want to cross with anybody. Be friendly with all. And I want association devotees, because without association, because if you are in association, devotees will remind you of Krishna again and again. So these are the two things devotees ask. Give me association, give me seva. This is what one should aspire for. Because in association, if you become complacent, devotees will pinch you. They will remind you. And if you come to ISV and if you are lazy, they will take you to MSF outside. Even a newcomer, I heard one boy came here, Indian boy, first time he came here. All the devotees were going for MSF. He also went and he distributed this Ishopanishad book in the very first day. He had not even started chanting. He just came here, saw everybody is going, so he also joined with them. So here in ISV, nobody is allowed to be lazy, correct, no? So therefore, surround yourself with devotees. Be in the association of devotees. And aspire for seva. So one topic I have completed. The next topic, the second one, this is actually, it teaches self-management. Bhishma is teaching in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, what is the time now? Clock. I have only 5 minutes left. 6:15 I am going to end. This is a short topic we can finish. What is self-management? It means, look at the top fellow on the top left corner. What is one quality comes to your mind when you see him? One word in English. Who can say? Yes? Oh, he is not lazy. The top left. Yes? He is greedy. Yeah, he is greedy. And bottom right? Right, bottom.
Angry.
Angry. And top right? Yes? Yes. Mike? Yeah?
Lazy. No, I mean angry.
No, the bottom right is angry.
Yeah,
Top right is?
he's lazy.
He's not lazy, he's proud actually. Yeah. Okay, so in this way, Bhishma gives many instructions. Not to become angry, not to lie, equal to different, but many things he gives. But one interesting thing I'll tell you. See, don't see the right table. See, I will tell you, don't see the slide. Without seeing slide, I will ask you. And then later on you can see the slide, okay? What should we do to give up anger? Anybody? And he gives only one word. To give up anger, you have to cultivate forgiveness. Like the desires. What to do if you have unreasonable desires? The mind is going in a wrong direction to making wrong plans. What you should do? Wrong desires. So he says that stop making those plans, he's saying. Because if you make a plan, you will further go in that direction. Okay, if somebody is too much sleepy, what to do? If somebody sleeps 8 hours in the night and 5 hours in the daytime, what one should do? Yes?
They should get up and do Krishna consciousness.
Very good, Haribol. And that is the meaning of spiritual culture. She found out. As she says, you have to make a practice to sleep early and rise early and follow the spiritual culture in the morning. Spiritual culture means 4:30 to whatever, like chanting the holy name, Mangalarti, and the Bhagavatam and all that. Spiritual culture. Somebody has envy, desire and envy. What should they do with that? Like you are seeing somebody is flourishing and you are looking at them, you are feeling envious in the mind. Envy is coming in our mind. What we should do? Anybody? Yeah. Without seeing.
Tolerance.
Tolerant. You didn't see it? Very good. There you are. And Haribol follows. Actually, envy has to be tolerated in this world because, yes. Appreciation is very good, but appreciation will come after you tolerate. Because the immediate response should be, we should think in our mind, that person must have done some punya in the past. Therefore, they are going so much ahead of us, we can see that. Purva janma arjita punyam agre davati davati, it says. I didn't, like for example, last month you worked in a job, another fellow worked in the job, but he did extra hours of work, he gets incentive. And I didn't work extra hours of work, then why should I envy him? Like that we can think. Then we can tolerate. Then we can appreciate also. So like that he says many things here. There are 13 things given here. So here is the example of marriage of Devaki and Vasudeva. You all know this pastime. See, who is driving the chariot? Kamsa. She is driving the chariot. Who is sitting behind?
Devaki and Vasudeva.
Yeah. She comes looking at the sky. She heard the Akashvani. See, the next moment, what is he doing? He's catching Devaki's hair and is about to kill. Look at Vasudeva. He is newly married to her. See, what did Vasudeva do? When he saw Kamsa lifting the sword, did Vasudeva run away? Or did Vasudeva take another sword? So why he didn't do that? Is it not his duty to take a sword and fight with Kamsa? Why he didn't fight? Anybody? Yes.
If
Anybody
we
else?
were to attack Kamsa, since he's a king, right, he has political, right? So then if he were to attack Kamsa, then his ministers will be like, oh, let's start to attack on Vasudev's kingdom, and it will be a bad because the economy, they probably have both economy ties. So if one were to fail, the other one would probably fail.
Because Vasudeva is alone and all Kamsa's men are around. If he would take a sword and fight with Kamsa, they would immediately arrest Vasudeva, and Kamsa will also kill Devaki. After killing Devaki, he will also kill Vasudeva also. So lifting the sword was not the solution. Could Vasudeva have run away from there? If you run away thinking that, oh, Kamsa is killing her, next to that he will kill me, what would you say about that if Kamsa ran away? Yeah? Give the mic. Sorry, if Vasudeva ran away. Mike, you hold like this.
They would search for him and then they would eventually find him.
Okay, that is right. That will happen later. But is running away all right or not all right?
Yeah.
It's all right? You can run away?
Yeah. Oh, no. There's Kamsa's guards guarding everything. So.
Kamsa's fellows are guarding. But in case Vasudeva runs very fast, is it all right if he runs away?
They'll kill Devaki.
Huh? They'll kill Devaki, correct. He will kill Devaki. So, why running away is wrong? He was raising hand also. Why is running away wrong? If Vasudeva ran away from this thinking that I will also be killed, I'll be run away. Why is it wrong?
Because if he runs away, then no one will save Devaki, and then she will be killed. And then Kamsa will do even more bad things.
Very good. That means he should be responsible for his wife. Correct, no? One Haribol for him. Haribol. So he'll be responsible fellow in future, I think. Huh? Immediately understood that. He said, one shouldn't leave and run away. It's improper. Huh? Not proper. So, Vasudev, it's called as fight or flight, we call it. Run away means flight. Or taking a sword means fight. So, Vasudev was put in a fight or flight situation. In this world also, let us talk something for the elders now. Huh? Amongst the elderly people here, think about it. Sometimes your boss in the office is a cruel boss. He wants you to work 16 hours a day. How do you feel? You feel like punching on his nose. Huh? If you punch, next day your job will be gone. Correct, no? Or if you run away from the job, your wife is going to catch you. She will say that, if you leave the job and come, who will bring money? So, if you run away, also problem. If you punch on the nose, also problem. Correct, no? That's a fight or fight-flight situation, we call it. Similarly, if a girl gets newly married and goes to her in-laws' house, sometimes she wants mother-in-law to be like her mother, which is often not the case. Huh? She feels, my mother is so loving, so kind. Look at this mother-in-law, she's demanding. Huh? She thinks like that. Sometimes she feels, let me run away from mother-in-law to my mother's home. Is it all right? So parents, will they be happy? What will they say? Hey, how can you leave your husband's place and come here? Go back, they will say. Or if she fights with mother-in-law and says, you are not like my mother. Is it all right? That is also not all right. That will create more trouble in home. So therefore, a newly wedded girl, Bahu, when she goes to her in-laws' house, that's also a fight-flight situation for her. Best thing is she should learn to make friendship with her mother-in-law, like her mother. And also bring happiness to her parents also. So that is what Vasudev stands for. Vasudev actually teaches us self-management. How to manage our emotions. And so here you see Vasudev very intelligently preached to Kamsa in such a way that Vasudev's life was saved and Devaki's life was also saved. So Vasudev was very intelligent. So Vasudev used many things. I'm not getting into details. In Bhagavatam, all this is explained. So I finished 2 items. There were 6 items. But Bhagavatam gives very valuable pointers like this for our everyday life also. Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. So children answered very nicely. Very brilliant. I think many of them are eligible for Bhakti Shastri now only.